Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV, and welcome to one of the best starts we've had in a long while. How incredible is this scene, everybody? We literally have driven 500 yards from camp and initially just bumped into a single lioness just next to the road here, very close to Mamba Dam. And then all the scenarios started playing out in my head. You know, is this lioness on her own? Is she one of the two that had split from the pride? Where are the rest of the pride? And whilst we sat here, slowly but surely, all 6 members of the pride came out and lay down on the road here for us. And of course, one of the males is with them. Absolutely amazing. Just so beautiful. And as you can clearly tell, everybody, the pride is quite alert. They are all heads up and are definitely in hunting mode. I was just saying to the guys, we have Andrew on camera, by the way, Mason's with us as well, everybody. I was just saying to the guys that these lionesses are just so well drilled and know their patch now. So they sit here watching the road towards the drainage line. So if you go down the road, there's this little drainage line that feeds from Mamba Dam. And so many times we've seen Nyala and Kudu, wildebeest crossing in that area, heading towards Mamba Dam for a drink. And so these lionesses are well aware of that, of course, and so I think that's why they're just standing by for the time being, watching the road, hoping to get lucky and spot an Nyala crossing the road, heading for a drink, and then try and stalk. So cool. What a epic way to start our afternoon. I'm just going to quickly say hi to all of our pack members, because of course we're on a pack sponsored drive this evening, everybody. Thank you very much to our pack. Good afternoon, Di. Hello, Brian. Hello, Elsa. Hello, Carol. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Mary. Hello, Rosemary. Hello, Betty. Hello, Ian. Hello, Guido. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Mauricia. Hello, Jan. Hello, Becky. Good afternoon, everybody. So excited to be out here with you all and in this incredible moment here with the pride. 2 of the females have just got up now, started heading off. As I've mentioned, they're definitely fully alert and searching for prey. So we're hoping we'll be able to stick with them this evening. Could get very, very interesting very quickly. I've just pulled my earpiece out. Speed. Just chatting to Basil in FC, everybody, and he's just told us about our new keyword for the week. The new keyword is speed, which we might get to see a bit of if we manage to keep up with these lionesses. But we might see them spring into action and see their amazing speed. So the keyword this week, everyone, is speed. Submit that to Painted Dog TV if you'd like to get your hands on the high resolution image of the week.
Pictures on screen.
And apparently the picture that's up for grabs this week, everybody, is on screen right now. So beautiful image of a cheetah, which we'd love you all to get your hands on. So submit the keyword speed. I'm just busy watching the lionesses. They've just switched on to something towards the drainage line. Perhaps something is moving down there. Oh, lost interest again now. They're on the move once again. Oh, that is just so cool, seeing a pride on the move like that. I know that for some of you this is what you dream of, coming out on a safari and being in a moment like this. immersing yourself amongst a pride of lions that are completely habituated to the presence of a vehicle, and to follow them hunting is just an unreal experience. And what a privilege for us. Here at Painted Dog TV, we get to do it very often, of course. This male lion's still lying down here, by the way, everybody. You can still see the female, so he knows, okay, well, if I lose sight of them, then I'll have to move. Ah, here comes a brother of his. Another male lion's just stepped out of the thickets here, everybody. This looks like the injured male. Is it? It is. Hey, he's walking pretty well, eh? That leg has certainly improved, everybody. Wonderful stuff. So, now, you have to wonder, is the third male around? Very, very likely that he is. Of course, as we often see, the males are slow to react to the movement of the pride. They eventually catch up. Well, this is just fantastic, everyone. Bit of scent marking. Still a dominant present male amongst this pride and here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. I see Connie has joined us. Hello, Connie. Welcome back. Lovely to have you with us. You certainly picked a good one to come back to. Or maybe not this particular scene right here. This guy's just busy depositing some very foul, smelly stuff on the side of the road here. But yeah, welcome, Connie. Good to have you with us. And geez, what a privilege for all of us to be here following the pride. Very excited to see what they might get up to this evening. As you can see, everybody, I've already got my jersey on. It's quite a chilly afternoon already. I think we're in for a very cold night, and it's obviously why the pride are making their move already. Sorry, I just need to try warm up the jackal. Fortunately, the lions aren't too bothered by that sound. They didn't even bat an eyelid. Now, as soon as I get an opportunity, everybody, I am going to make my way past the males. As much as I love male lions, it's the girls I want to be close to, because they are generally the ones that are going to initiate any hunting here. And so I want to be as close to them as possible in case things change in a hurry. I've just got word from the team back at FC, everybody. They wanted to let you all know that Camp Cam is now officially live, which is great news. Very excited to see what might happen on Camp Cam in the next couple of nights. I was chatting to VM, everybody, and we are hoping to eventually, with a new system coming in and our new plan going forward, to have most of the water holes here on Blowbunk covered with cameras. It's going to be incredible for all of you to be able to see obviously all the wildlife that visits the water holes here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve, or at least on Blowbunk. But at the same time, very exciting for myself and the other Painted Dog guides, because it's for us to monitor movement of everything really, and gives us that advantage to head out to those points if we've, captured footage of a leopard or the pride. So very, very exciting. Good afternoon, Jennifer. Good to have you with us. I see you've just asked the question about the largest pride I've ever seen. So the largest pride I've ever seen was probably right here in the Kruger National Park when I was guiding at one of Beyond's camps in Gala tented camp, and that was when the Birmingham Pride was at its biggest, and at that stage there were 27 members in the Pride and 3 male lions ruling over that Pride, so 30 members in total, obviously when the males were with the females. So that was quite remarkable, quite a famous Pride, of course. It's a Pride that has generated quite a lot of white lions, white cubs over the last 5 or 6 years, maybe even more. Absolutely amazing Pride to follow, and I was very fortunate to follow that Pride for about 2 years while I was guiding there. But I know that you do get prides bigger than that. Some of the prides up in the Savuti area in Botswana really get quite massive, and also up in East Africa the prides can grow rather large, but they of course don't stay that big for very long. Ultimately there's just too much pressure on the lionesses, and eventually those prides will split and splinter and become smaller groups again. But for a couple of months, maybe a year, you'll see these mega prides, and that's a fascinating spectacle to watch, especially when they've caught something, as it's just absolute mayhem, as you can imagine, when they start feeding. These boys are adamant they're not going to let me pass them. That's okay. Can still see the lionesses up ahead here, everybody. Good afternoon, Lily Mouse. Lovely to have you with us. Di, to answer your question, we did download the footage from the camera trap that was in the riverbed, but nothing too exciting to report in terms of our predators, which is what we were using the camera for predominantly. I think we did get some rhino, some impala, duiker. Got the injured now. Lion. Oh, there we go. I apologize, I was incorrect. We did get a predator on the camera trap. The injured male lion did show up, which is pretty cool. So we're hoping to get all of that footage to you all pretty soon, everybody. Just glancing back there quickly to see if male lion number 3 was behind us. I don't see him yet. So the pride are moving east at the moment, everybody. If they continue along this road, which is called Hoofpad, I mean, it's still a long ways to go, but eventually they'll get to the Boma, where the 2 female African wild dogs are still being held. But they might even cut off from there and head towards Sekwe Dam. They often hunt in that area as well, which is close to the southeast corner of the reserve. Surprised we haven't seen the 3rd male lion yet. Perhaps he isn't here with the pride. Looks like at least one of the lionesses has laid down on the road up ahead here. Oh dear. That lioness up ahead there is just cut into the block. And we've seen them do this here before. In fact, at this exact point is where they did it the last time I followed them coming up this road. And we never found them again. Which was surprising then, because it actually is quite a small block. Between this road and the fence is only a block of about 800 yards. And I remember the last time we were here, we circled around this block several times and had no luck with them coming out. Di, to answer your question about whether lions sometimes just run for the sake of running, you know, outside of running for hunting and catching prey, they do, but it's usually only young animals, young lions, that do that. You know, there is a bit of play that you'll often see from young cats, and you do still sometimes see it from time to time with the lionesses, particularly when they've bonded, or rather not bonded, but come back together again after being separated. You'll see that excitement, and they run around and chase each other a little bit, which is beautiful to see, but it's very, very brief. And then of course you also see lions running when they're fighting. You see it a lot from male lions, particularly if, you know, there's intruders within their territory. You'll see male lions trotting at full speed to get to where the intruder is and to challenge that intruder. That's always quite a scary thing to watch. It's quite intimidating watching a male lion at full speed. Last station, go again.
Just announcing that I am crossing over into Client River.
Okay, copy that, thanks. Still no male lion number 3 behind us. 2 boys are right here. I wonder if... No, that's amazing. Hey, they did the exact same thing last time. Okay, this guy's getting up. Last time the boys just lay down here for a while, waiting to see what the lionesses might come up with. Oh, there you go. Impala alarm calling. That's exactly why the females went in here. One of the females is already returning to the road. Looks like the jig is up. Hunt over. sure you can all hear the impala alarm call now. Amazing. I'm just going to get ahead of this male lion that's about a step out here. I want to stay with the girls. Incredible how they pick up on an impala in this incredibly thick bush here. Oh, look at this guy. He is gorgeous. But I'm going to stay in front of you, bud. Hope you don't mind. I was just going to say, I'm always fascinated at the senses of these cats and how they pick up on impala in this thick stuff. It's obviously a combination of great eyesight and good hearing. But I think most of the time it's probably hearing movement. They can hear the impala moving in the thick bush. Some very lucky impala. They've spotted these lions. Now, if the pride does catch an impala, everybody, with all 6 of them together, plus the 2 males, that impala will disappear in 20 minutes, tops. The males will obviously often rush in and take over the kill.
Leaving lock of 3 rhinos are running pad. Open lock.
But even these 6 females, if they tucked into an impala, would dispatch it very quickly. Lily mouse, no, they, you know, if it was just on sound, you know, the movement of an animal in the bush, they won't know for certain it's an impala. They'll just know that there's something moving there, and they'll go in there to investigate and see if it's something that they're wanting to hunt. But of course, impala do make sounds of their own, especially when they have their young. There's often a lot of communication between the lambs and their mothers, and lions will pick up on that. Jeez, how beautiful is that shot, everybody? Look at that. Look at her looking back at us. Hello Willow, glad you managed to join us, managed to sort out your problems with logging in. Glad you're not missing out on this. This is just amazing. I love doing this. I love following prides when they're hunting. It's just so exciting. Beautiful calls of the grey go-away bird. Love that sound. The pride are now passing Eystervark on Hoofpad, still heading east. Look at that. Look at the body language change there, everyone. I heard something. They've also just reached the top of the ridge here. Of course, from there they can now gaze down into the next valley, see if they pick up on any movement. Just going to quickly whip the vehicle around, everyone, so that we can show you the males again. Beautiful shot of the males coming towards us with the mountains behind them. Good evening, Aurora. Welcome to this incredible afternoon we're having with the Pride here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. And the Pride are in hunting mode. I'm very excited to see if they're going to come across something that they might hunt whilst we're with them. Might be onto something here again. The wind is currently blowing directly into the lionesses' faces. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something they hear or smell, or rather see, but perhaps something that they're smelling on the wind. Sure. But their prey's senses are just as good as theirs, I tell you what. We can hear monkeys starting to chatter now, and impala alarm calling. I think, oh, lioness at the front's running though. Can you hear the monkeys now? Ah, there go the impala. Look at that immediate change. Getting behind cover, getting off the road. This is so epic. Listen to those monkeys now, everybody. The males are about to come past us. I'm not going to get in their way. I'm just going to let them get involved in this. Those monkeys, however, aren't doing the lionesses any favours, alerting everyone around here to their presence. Still just the one lioness, I think, that darted off. And I can still see impala coming out of the block here. The impala are gapping it. But all 6 of the lionesses are now together here. I thought for a moment that one of the lionesses may have gone to try to cut them off. She's going again, and now they're all going. Incredible. Okay, now I can still see another impala coming up beyond that lioness there. Look at that, staring straight at the lioness. Oh, I think the other females are running, the other lionesses. Come on, male lions, you need to get out of the way here. Oh, I can hear lots of running, everybody. This is why I didn't want to let these male lions get in my way. So the other 5 lionesses have flanked to the left. I can hear crashing through the trees that side. That'll be the other impala that those 5 rush towards. This lioness is just standing by on the road here, hoping to ambush impala that might come her way. And the male lions are sat just in front of our vehicle here, waiting to just go pick up a free meal. I think those lionesses have missed. Impala alarm calling, and the lioness, we can see, hasn't gone rushing in. If her sisters had caught something, I assure you she would have bolted in there. She would have picked up on the sound of the prey being suffocated and the chaos of those lionesses starting to tuck into that impala. There you go, coming out now. Bit of bonding there, rubbing up against each other. Good evening, regular. Lovely to have you with us. Glad you could join us. What an exciting afternoon. I think the pride was unsuccessful there, everybody. Got very exciting for a moment. But they must have missed their targets. So they're going to carry on. It was very cool though, watching the lionesses get into formation and then seeing the impala beyond them and running across the road. Incredible stuff, guys. Okay, these males are getting comfortable. I'm going to try find a way around them, everybody. Hopefully won't disturb them too much. But I don't like losing sight of the lionesses. But they won't be far, because the male lions would still be on the move if they didn't know where they were. That's why they hadn't moved. There's still 2 of the lionesses coming out of the block here, everyone, after their failed attempt. It looks like the bulk of them have laid down on the road here. Off we go again. Impala alarm calling up ahead again. Sure it's the same herd they went after before. I'd be very surprised if these lionesses make an attempt on these impala again, however, because they are now so alert. They'll want to probably just get by them, become neutral again, so get away from this area where the monkeys and impala have been sounding the alarm, and find somebody else who's not aware that there's a pride of 6 females heading their way. Interesting seeing the scent marking there of that lioness. Very often folks will ask me, do lionesses scent mark as well? Well, there's your answer, everybody. They certainly do. The exact same behavior, hey? You saw how she went up underneath this African wattle tree and sprayed her urine there. These girls can't help themselves. The impala are busy scattering. And that sound of animals running just immediately pricks their interest. Well, also doing a bit of scent marking of her own. Now the pride has covered a lot of ground, everybody. Yesterday they were on Leadwood, so a good 2-3 miles north of here at least. And then they've emerged out of the block right down on the southern end of the property. And they're off again. Probably going to be moving the whole night, unless of course they catch something big. It's amazing to... No, it's amazing for me, you know, to be able to come out here so often and see this type of movement. They cover a lot of ground. as we continue along the road we're on here, folks, it is going to open up quite a lot more, the vegetation. We start moving into some more open grassland areas, and in these areas we often come across giraffe, zebra and wildebeest, even eland. A couple of times I've seen the eland along this stretch, all of which are common prey for a pride of lions. These lionesses will know that all too well. It's probably where they're headed. I might come across another predator. We've seen it in the past here on the Rietspruit. In fact, just on the road up ahead here, another couple hundred yards up the road here, our two male cheetah bumped into this pride. We had a fascinating moment where the pride went after these two male cheetah. No hope of ever catching them, of course. Those cheetah are just so quick. Fortunately, the cheetah had seen them in time and gapped it. But I love seeing that type of interaction. It's just such a thrill, so exciting. Obviously there's massive concern for both predators, but you know, that's just their life. This happens daily, and for us to be, you know, witness to that is such a privilege and really excites me. I think about leopard as well. So many times in the past where I've been following lions like this, and the lions discover a leopard, go after it, and you watch this leopard shoot up a tree, and you then see the lion place the tree, just like staring up and like grabbing up on the tree, like thinking about trying to get at that leopard. And very, very rarely do they ever give it a full go and actually climbing the tree, because lions aren't very good at climbing trees. But it's just such a thrill. It's amazing to see stuff like that. Always keen on moments like those. And of course they go at these other predators because they are competition for food, competition to each other's cubs, and a threat to one another. So it is very serious stuff. Most of the time it ends quite peacefully, but it's amazing to watch. Look at how these lionesses are investigating something here on the road. Now, just 200 yards back, everybody, I noticed there was some leopard scat just next to the road. Not fresh, not from today, perhaps from yesterday. And maybe that's what these lionesses are busy smelling. That male lion snuck past me again. Damn it. That's okay. It's nice to see him. Incredible scenes here at Painted Dog TV, everybody. This is amazing. We're just so chuffed that we can share it with all of you. Regular, we are here waiting for you. Let us know when you're coming out on a safari. Painted Dog would love to have you here doing this with us. It's an amazing experience, unforgettable. All of it, you know, the beauty of this place, the amazing smells. It's very special. I've got myself wedged between the two male lions here right now. The injured male's still behind us and still on the move, everybody. And still no sign of male number 3, so I'm pretty much now convinced that he's not around. They all managed to give him the slip last night, or you never know, he might have actually ended up going off on his own. He might have heard the lions on the neighbouring reserve and headed that direction to go and stamp his authority in that area. We've seen them do that before. Just busy watching the females, everybody, and there's a lot of tail flicking going on. They must have disturbed a swarm of flies that were maybe resting or settled on one of these trees here. For the last minute or two, these lionesses are flicking vigorously. Awesome watching those tails work like that. big guy, getting settled in, taking every opportunity he can to rest. Lionesses are once again alert to something here. A couple of them have already moved off up the road. Those two were definitely listening to something. Regular, I see you've asked the question of if I could be any animal, which animal would I want to be reborn as? I think I've given a different answer to every person that's asked me that question in the past. Because there's so many different things that run through my mind when I think about it, what animal I would want to be. It's very often elephant that I choose because of how intelligent they are and the lifespan that they have, and just being basically unafraid of anything in the African bush. But I've often answered with leopard as well. Leopard's my favorite animal on earth. I just love their power, their stealth, their beauty, and the way that they can sleep up in the trees. Imagine the views that they have from up there. And then I've often also thought about whether it wouldn't be a good idea to come back as a martial eagle and be the top predator of the skies. Imagine viewing this incredible, beautiful, stunning part of Africa, you know, from 800 yards above the ground. So yeah, I've got options, regular. I've got options. Also wouldn't mind coming back as a black rhino, because I love them too. I love their attitude. I love their temperament. I often relate to black rhino, the way that they take no prisoners. Quite a grumpy animal, in some ways. All right. Obviously nothing too exciting off to the right there that they were listening to. We've now halved the distance to the boma where the wild dogs are. At this pace they'll be at that boma in the next sort of 15 minutes, I would say. Interesting to see if they do a lap around the boma or whether they just go right past it. But it'll be interesting to see if these lionesses don't pick up on any of that. I don't know if any of you picked up on my Max Verstappen move there, by the way. Just used the slipstream of that male lion to quickly whip past him so I can catch up to the lionesses. Just busy going past a lioness that's depositing some more horrible smelling goodies next to the road there. Let her come out and be with her pride. Not get between her and the pride. So the light is just starting to fade now, everybody. And that, of course, works in favor of the lions. They're a lot more successful when it's dark. A lot more difficult for their prey to pick them up, of course. Indeed, Andrea. F1 safari. Well, I'll tell you what, if the if the lions do start hunting something and they go after some prey, then you're definitely going to see the F1 safari, because that's when I kick into high speed mode to make sure that I keep up with the pride. It's usually at that point that Andrew gets a face full of a thorn tree as well. I'll try and avoid that if it happens tonight.
Give you permission if they kill something.
We'll let Mason have a turn tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
So thoughtful.
Yeah. I can't tell you, everybody, how grateful I am for the afternoon we've had. So often there's quite a lot of vehicle movement on the reserve here, and any other day we probably would have had to have left the sighting by now, allowed space for other people to come and enjoy this. Of course, we always share, but it always sucks when you have to leave a pride of lions on the move like this. So to have had it all to ourselves the entire afternoon is just such a privilege, really. Regular, it is indeed fascinating to see how much ground they cover. Lions in certain parts of Africa will sometimes cover easily in a night up to 20-25 miles whilst they're hunting. Our females here don't need to cover as much ground. They are spoilt for choice with prey here on the Rietspruit Reserve, and of course the reserve isn't a massive one either. It's only about 13,000 acres. If they really wanted to, they could probably do a lap around the entire reserve in one night. It's funny, as we say that, there's a couple of them settling in here now. Doubt it'll be for very long though. Probably just taking a moment to pause and listen. We've just now hit the beginning of this big grassland area. Maybe they're just listening to see if they can pick up on the movement of prey. Look at this beautiful sky, everybody. Pink. Absolutely stunning evening. Look at the streaks of sunlight breaking through the blue. Just amazing. Actually looks like it's a bit of cloud that the light's hitting. Gorgeous. It's amazing. All of this talk of the abundance of general game in this area this time of the day, and tonight there's nothing. It's almost as if the game knew there was a pride coming through here tonight. Just give it a little while longer. So just chatting to Andrew, everybody, we're trying to keep the lights off for as long as possible, because when we start lighting up these lionesses, we do put them at a slight disadvantage. I spoke about how they like to move under the cover of darkness when hunting. And of course, if you keep them lit up, you allow their prey to see them. We will, of course, if they do spot something, you know, we watch their body language very closely. If the lions do start hunting something and we have the lights on them, we'll immediately kill the lights so that we don't interfere. Lily mouse, no, we don't have an infrared camera. Pretty cool stuff, that, following lions under infrared. But no, we don't use it here at Painted Dog TV. You can flick that one on, Andrew. Because you can't see them. Something we noticed earlier, everybody, that male lion that Andrew's focused in on there, has got a big new wound behind his left eye, quite a deep hole in the side of his head. Not too sure how he picked that up. Possibly from fighting with one of his brothers, but it is possible he picked up that injury from the lionesses as well on a recent kill. But we do know that these animals are just so tough, so resilient, so he'll bounce back from that wound quite quickly. Normally by now we would have heard these male lions vocalizing, roaring this time of the evening. But I think they're holding off on that as much as possible because they want to stay quiet while they're on the hunt. Of course, if they start roaring, any prey nearby becomes alerted and knows that there's lions nearby. So they're doing the smart thing for now, the boys, keeping quiet, which I know the lionesses will be grateful for. But that may change, particularly if they hear the other lions to our east on the other reserve.
Stand by. There was a lioness at Mamba Dam earlier this evening. There was rhino seen on Ruiran about an hour and a half ago. Nothing else to report. And the two stations on Lowveld now. Copy that, thanks, Mo.
Just sneaking my way past the male lions here, everybody. Well, now we're definitely doing an F1 race. Male lion trying his best to stay ahead of me here. You're winning for now, but I'm gonna catch you. Just got to be careful though, we're moving through some very long grass here. You always got to watch out for lurkers, logs, stumps, aardvark holes, a whole bunch of things that could ruin our evening if we got stuck now or got a puncture. So it's okay, we'll let you win this race, boys. Sandy, I'm still with the Pride and two male lions. They're on Hoofpad, now approaching the Boma, heading north towards Boskamp.
Last person, we couldn't copy anything.
Oh, that's great. No wonder nobody's come to join us in our sighting this evening. Sandy, how do you copy me now? Not very well, it seems. Hello, Sands. I didn't realize that my radio wasn't transmitting. I called in that single lioness earlier at Mamba Dam, but I've now got the whole Pride and two male lions on Hoofpad, approaching the Boma, heading north towards Boskamp. I'm the only station here. If you can maybe just give that update, please. Lily Mouse, as you can see, we didn't dump Andrew in the grass. Not yet, at least. Whilst we're moving nice and slowly like this, I doubt that'll be the case. Can't promise anything when we're chasing after high-speed lion hunts though. But I always take good care of Andrew. Sandy for Gareth. Sandy for Gareth. I'm just going to quickly try and get hold of one of the other vehicles that's out here, everybody. I'm going to phone them. I didn't realize that my radio wasn't transmitting. And as I mentioned before, we share everything, so I don't want to keep this from everybody. This male line stopped. I'm not going to turn on the lights and look for the other lines, because maybe they're stalking something. Okay, so that didn't work either. Oh well, seems like the lines are all ours. Sandy? No, good on you. Yeah, my radio's not working and I'm just trying to tell her where the pride is, but not to worry. Okay. I'm just live at the moment. Will you just let them know that the lions are busy passing the boma on Hoofpad heading north? On Hoofpad, busy passing the boma going north. Thanks very much. Thanks, Chaba.
And Rhino also, but the south is on access and two registrations from Boma. Copy that, thanks,
Sandy for Gareth.
Standing by.
If you can copy me now, I'm with the pride. They were on Hoofpad and the two males. They're now cutting east from Hoofpad, just south of the boma.
Okay, copy, thanks. Just copy you now. Thanks, Gareth.
Oh, there we go. Finally got the message out there, everybody. Don't know what was happening with our radio. A lot of dust here all of a sudden. Interestingly enough, the lions have now changed tactic. They didn't quite make it to the boma. The boma is just another 300 yards up the road there, and they're now cutting east. So perhaps they are heading towards Lowveld Dam now, everyone. I haven't seen the females for a while, but we do still have one of the males right here. Now please bear with me, everybody. I am in desperate need of some territory marking. So I'm just going to quickly jump off the vehicle for 1 minute. I'll be back with you all shortly and we'll catch up to the lions. Oh, that feels a lot better. I was struggling there, everyone. Thank you for obliging me. Right, here we go. So we're just behind the injured male line here again, everyone. I'm certain his brother is not too far ahead of him, and hopefully the pride just beyond that male. We've got ourselves into very thick vegetation again. This male lion was about to go. So the road forks here, everybody. And it looked like he was about to go left. Dear. I wonder if he's now lost sight of the other lines. Looks like he's trying to figure it out. Well, I hope you're going the right way, buddy. Oh yeah, he definitely is. I can tell by the tracks. They all came down here. There's his brother just up ahead of him. So perhaps he wasn't listening for the lions, but perhaps they'd heard something moving in the block here. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, no, look. I struggle to keep it in. But I am on chronic medication, which also doesn't help with the bladder. So yeah. Can definitely say that I have claimed the Rietspruit Game Reserve as my own. Done enough territory marking out here, that's for sure. still can't see these lionesses. Very thick vegetation, lots of twists and turns in the road, so they might just be around one of the bends. You'd have to imagine they must be if these male lions are going this way. And I did see their tracks earlier there. I thought I could faintly hear distant roaring now. I wonder if that's what they're listening to, and whether they're going to start responding. And listening to something, that's for sure. So he looks very skinny when you look at him from behind like this. Eh? Of course, he's lost a lot of muscle around that left hip, but he could do with a feed as well. He'll do everything in his power to not lose track of the pride tonight. Copy.
forerunners, there's one clip.
See him stepping that leg out, that back left leg. Try to take the weight off of it. Oh, just imagine what this lion can hear. They must be stalking something. Why has he pulled back like this? Something must be moving in here. You just wonder what those lionesses are doing right now. Look at how tentatively he moves through the grass, trying to remain as silent as possible. So what he'll be doing now is he'll be practicing registering. What that means is he's watching very carefully where he places each of those front paws. And he then brings the back paw to land in exactly the same position where the front paw landed, just to be as quiet as possible. That's tough at this time of the year, because a lot of the trees have dropped their leaves and those leaves have dried out. So he's got to be so careful not to stand on too many leaves that'll crush under the weight of his paws. That he's creeping makes me think that whatever he's after is close by here. And his brother is still just sat on the road here in front of us. Just going to roll forward a touch. Oh, I can hear stuff running. Something was running through the thickets, but quite a distance from here. got to be the lionesses going after something, I think. These females must have gone in here, everybody. Otherwise there's no reason these male lions would have laid down here like this. So we've now lost sight of the injured male. Everybody is still stalking, slowly stalking through the thickets here to our right. Just keeping an eye on the other male here as he sits here and listens to all the movement. Oh, I'd love to know what they're after in here. Love to be able to see what the lionesses are doing right now. So exciting. This male lion here is just waiting patiently to hear the sound of animals running, I reckon, and then he'll react. It's a risky game he's playing though, because it's moments like these where lionesses can give the males the slip, because they have of course gone in here after something, but they might have given up on it already and have quietly snuck through and changed course. But if those lionesses are still stalking prey here, they're definitely being very patient about it. Oh, it's impala. Yep, couple of impala alarm calling in the block now. He's off. Incredible. What these lions often rely on is chaos and confusion. That's why he hasn't taken off just yet. He cannot hear the females feeding, and the impala are now scattering and running all over the place. He's hoping an impala might come running out towards him here. But it's gone all quiet again now, everybody. Can't hear the impala anymore. Certainly can't hear any movement. So perhaps they've missed again. And that's why he's on the move, making sure he doesn't lose the lionesses. That was very exciting. Jeez. It's an incredibly dense block that these females went into here. I don't know how they managed to sneak in here so quietly. Something coming towards this male lion here. Presumably another lion. Sure. Impala alarm calling again. He's laid down here, the smell line. What was coming towards him though? It's interesting, I can't see anything. Just going to go around the block here quick, everyone, and just see if we don't pick up on any of the lionesses. You see there's tracks of these lionesses on the road here. It's moments like these where you hope you're not going to catch an impala to the face that's running away. Still got tracks of the females. Ah, here's a lioness on the road right here. Yeah. Andrew's just asked me the question now, everybody, if prey has ever run into my vehicle whilst I was following lions hunting, and the answer is yes. I've had an impala hit my vehicle and a warthog. The impala got away, the warthog didn't. It was a leopard that chased that warthog, and he killed it right next to my feet on the side of my vehicle. He'd been sitting on top of a termite mound waiting patiently for the warthogs to come out of their burrow in the morning. And when they came out, he chased after, and the pig tried to run underneath my car, and it hit my tyre, stunning itself. And the leopard came in and finished it off right next to my open door. That's quite exciting. Quite terrifying. So one of the girls has been sitting playing the same game, just lying on the road here. And I can now hear movement in here, everybody. I suspect the pride are about to emerge. Poor old Mason's having mild heart attacks every 2 minutes behind me here, everybody. He doesn't do so well in the dark. Male lions coming to greet the lioness. No, not too much of a greeting. Oh, she doesn't like him. I would imagine the pride has been unsuccessful once again with this group of impala. But they'll just keep going. Long night ahead of them. Can't wait to get back out here tomorrow morning, everybody, because I'm definitely going to come straight to this area early tomorrow morning and try track down the pride again and see if they've had any luck overnight. But we are going to say goodbye to you all from here, everybody. Let the pride be. Let them hunt in peace. Let them hunt in darkness. But what an absolutely unreal experience this afternoon has been. And just, yeah, so grateful to have shared it with all of you. And thank you to all of you for joining us. I hope you all had fun. We certainly did. And yeah, I hope I get to see some of you on drive tomorrow morning. Have a lovely, lovely day, everybody. A lovely evening wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now, folks.
Code red. I repeat, code red. And the breach on the fence.